Hello, and welcome back to another exciting episode of the Nincompoops podcast. It's me, Paul, along with my friends Dean and Jim. Hello, boys. How you doing?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm doing okay.
I
I sure hope you
Wait.
would.
we,
Today, of all days.
it's amazing now. Ever since we started doing these webcams right now for the podcast, we have like exciting news with being able to see Jim's face now this time.
Yeah, I'm not just an orange blob in the center, you know? I have hair. And clothes.
The man has hair. Holy shit!
Yeah.
Who would have thunk?
I know.
Now you just explained to us just now, right before we started, literally like right before we started. Why did you decide to, have a change in feng shui right now?
Well, you guys usually have your rooms lit, you know?
Mhm.
I'm in the living
Yeah.
room, so I can always keep it on, but I was like, maybe I can't be the mysterious orange figure in the video stream. So I figured maybe I should do a room reveal, sort of. So you can see the light and everything, and now you can see my cat's right there sleeping.
You didn't want to be the tall, dark, and orange anymore.
No, I did not.
All blonde, tanned, and handsome.
Now I'm in the bright room and slightly less orange because I'm still getting the light from the mic.
Yeah.
Mm.
Now,
Or maybe
little
I'm
bit.
just this orange in general. I don't know.
Maybe if you like, I think if you like turn a little bit to the right, maybe, or like up,
Yeah.
it blocks the light a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, well, it's
Good.
not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just pretend I'm really tan, you know? Like I got the orange spray tan on me.
nice.
Got the Trump tan.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the past 2 weeks, whenever we started with the webcams on, even if you didn't have the lights on, we were still able to see you. Not super easy, but relatively easily, you know.
Yeah.
But I think it's just this week now everything just got really dark.
Yeah,
really early.
It's like 6:30 right now. I was streaming this and recording it, and it's like
Mhm.
pretty much almost completely dark. It's getting there.
It looks far darker on Jim's window than it does in my background because you can
Yeah.
still see like the sky a little bit. For Jim's, it's look completely dark.
We're all in the same time zone, and we're within the same area, sort of.
Yes, we are.
And yeah, it just looks darker on my side because I am from the abyss, I guess.
Or
I mean, Dean's
since the
Dean.
windows aren't like clear.
Mhm.
They're like I forgot what they're called, but what type of?
It looks like there's like a little bit of like condensation or like ice on your window.
Oh, it's because like some sheet or something that has like snowflakes on it, so it looks like it's more.
Ah.
There you go.
Yeah,
So it's like
and I don't know. I don't know the name, but it's like some sort of sheet or something, like a sticker or whatever.
it's like a privacy sticker,
Yeah,
so that people outside can't see you.
It's
Yeah.
like similar to like the faded bits on like how certain shower doors have it. So where if you like look through it, you can't really see.
Yeah.
Except it's more like a silhouette.
Rain.
or like a
something.
blur. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's called rain something. It's on the. I was gonna transfer that. I was gonna upgrade to that one for my bathroom, but then I realized that looks ugly as hell.
Do you currently have like anything, or is it just like shower curtains, or is it just like it's just like default see through
It's clear glass.
clear glass?
Yeah.
Yeah, I only took a shower in there once, and I was like, I took a shower in there before you did.
Right.
It was a really nice shower. I enjoyed it, and it had like warm water.
Yeah.
It was great. It was great. Day we painted the Dino's garage.
It's so useful because when I shampoo my hair, I usually like open my eyes like, oh, did I miss something?
Yeah, you're able to like see like
I just look at across to the mirror.
the mirror. Yeah, exactly. That's why I first noticed too. Like, oh, I can see the back of my head and everything. And I ain't gonna lie, I was checking myself out too. I was taking a shower. Like, oh man, god damn, I'm hot.
Cringe.
Hey, it's not cringe. It's like a
No,
healthy
that's
amount
fair.
of self confidence. All right. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. I'm
Depends
happy.
on. Yeah, I mean, I think everyone checks out themselves to a certain extent. I do it. You know, I've been caught a couple of times even. I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, it's just like saying like, you know, like, do I look good in, you know, in this? Like, do I pull this off? You know. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I've mostly just been doing it without my shirt on, but I can't do that as much anymore, especially with like the colder weather now.
Mm.
Because the past 2 weeks, I've been kind of sick. I've had a cold, so every time I would want to like work out or like wake up early in the morning, like I normally would at like 5:30 a.m. I wouldn't be able to do that just because like I'd be coughing all night, and by the time morning hits, I'm like, uh, I'm too tired. I don't want to do this. I don't want to go for a run, and I just go back to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So I finally started doing running again yesterday, and you know what? Yeah, sun don't rise up until I think around like a little bit past 7 a.m. now.
Ooh.
Yeah, so when I get out of the house around like 5:50, 6 a.m., it's like super dark, and
Yeah,
I drive. Yeah, I drive to like the local high school track. I go for my run. It's really nice. It's really fucking windy, and my
Well, you have no
teeth.
idea. It's
Yeah,
here.
I bet it's like really freaking cold because like isn't it always like windy where you're at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been doubling up every time I go outside just to walk around. Like I have like a wool or like cotton sweater and then like a windbreaker.
Mm.
So like, it's not too the wind won't penetrate through the cotton.
Hello from Too Much Feeling. Hey, what's up, Too Much Feeling? Uh,
Yeah,
yeah, go ahead.
yeah. I've been wearing. I'm still rocking like the t-shirt and shorts
Hell
when I
no,
go
it's
for my
too
run.
cold out here.
I don't know if I don't know. Maybe I'm some kind of like masochist, but I don't know. It feels kind of nice for me when I
Yeah,
get out.
it does feel nice, but like I'm just like fuck.
Yeah, and
When I was
besides,
young, when I was young and healthy, I used to be able to just like wear that same shit. Like, cause you guys know, like, when I was in high school, I just wore nothing but shorts and like a t-shirt and like a hoodie. And that's like
Yeah,
all I
same
wore.
here.
And then, yeah, that's all. And then so like whether it was like raining or hot as fuck or whatever it was, I just wore the same shit. I was just like, you know, I'll weather the storm. I don't give a fuck. And then like as soon as I started around college, I started wearing more like longer pants and shit. I started wearing, you know, not just gym shorts all the fucking time. You know, whenever it gets cold, I'm like, cold. And now I can't, like, if it's cold, I have to like put on more stuff. Whereas when I was
mm,
like 15, I was just like, it's whatever. This is nothing.
Yeah.
yeah, I remember always seeing those guys at school that always wore a t-shirt and shorts or basketball shorts or whatever. No matter what the weather conditions were, if it's like hot, I mean that makes sense. If it's like cold, I'm like, nah, no, you need a sweater. I would need a sweater. If it's like raining, or like I still wear a t-shirt and shorts. I think that's what Kenny did through middle school and high school, if I remember correctly.
That's what I did too. I just wore basketball shorts because they were comfy.
Why?
They're
Why?
They're
I mean,
comfy.
but
Like, you're free, you know?
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
what? Yeah, you're free. I get that because I hate wearing jeans, but I get the freedom part. But wouldn't like the cold or like the weather also like contribute to like that comfort as well?
Yeah, it's a really nice breeze.
No,
Well,
I mean when it's
it
cold. When
depends.
it's cold.
My legs doesn't get cold as much, but like
It's more like your leg gets numb in a way, so you don't
Yeah.
really feel it as much if you're like
Mm.
used to it. You know, like for me, if I were to wear basketball shorts now and go outside while it's windy, and then you know, just chill for like 10 and 15 minutes, I start getting cold because I'm just not used to it anymore. Like wearing shorts all the time.
yeah.
Well, you know, the month is cold or whatever. But then like if you're used to it, you just like it's just like whatever.
I think just get used to it.
Yeah. And also as
Yeah.
a teen, I'm sure we were all healthier too. Like maybe just because we were younger, I don't know, but so you know, we didn't feel the impact of the weather as much. Maybe now, if we were to do it, maybe we might get like a sniffle or two, but you know,
Mm.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, it is part of that downgrade as you get older. Plus, with like
Yeah,
the whole like aches and pains, and like you wake up with like a sore neck for no
like like
reason.
like remember when you were younger? Like whenever, no matter how cold it was, like your mom would always tell you to wear a jacket, even if you're like, no, I'm fine. Like what the fuck? I don't need a jacket
Yep.
when you go outside. You guys get that?
Yep.
I
'Cause I
mean,
got that like all the time.
part of that was true. Part of it was like, no, I don't want to wear it because I'm spiteful and I don't want to do what my mom says. And I remember the same thing when we went on a trip to like San Francisco, and everyone told me, "Paul, put a jacket on, put a sweater. It's cold as hell." I'm like, "No, I'm gonna wear a t-shirt," and I was like, "I feel fine," but in all honesty, I was not fine. I was cold as fuck. But I was like,
At least wore a jacket in San Francisco.
I already made my stance. I'm gonna wear a t-shirt, even though I'm like dying and like I really want to put a sweater on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a different reason though.
Speaking of aging, though, Dean has become an old man today.
Yeah, I
Yes, yes.
He turns 26. You
Yep.
said
20.
right?
Yeah, he's 26.
Today, you know.
Mhm.
So if anyone's in the chat hearing this or in the comments, just wish him a happy birthday. Unless you're doing this tomorrow, then don't do it because
Yeah.
you're too late.
I'm out of the insurance.
Yep, indeed. I mean, out of like the entire group minus Jim, I think Dean, like you were like the youngest, right?
Yes,
Out of all of us.
that's correct.
So yeah. Yeah, that's how I knew like you were 26, just because like well, one, you were in the same year as us in high school, and two, like I remember you were like one of the younger ones. So
Yeah, I forget sometimes because like sometimes Filipino students would come to school like at different ages on whatever grade they were. Because I remember there was this one freshman when I was a sophomore who was older than me, and he was Filipino. I think it's some schooling thing because they do
Yeah.
school different in the Philippines or something.
Yeah, because
Really?
it's at like 6th grade, and after that, it's like high school for them.
Yeah, I don't know how that works when they transfer over to school here, but you know, it's just what
what
happened.
is there like no seventh and eighth grade?
There wasn't till now, I think, or till
Oh, till
I
now.
think, like recently. Like
So you would start.
2018.
So what is sixth grade in the Philippines the same as sixth grade in the U.S.?
Yeah.
Okay, so you'd be around like what 11 or 12 years old by that time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd be starting high school around like 12 or 13.
Yep. That was the
Okay.
good thing, because like once you graduate from like 6th grade to high school, you like you were like a high schooler, You're treated as such, but I never got to that because I moved before finishing.
Dude.
I think 5th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I like. Oh yeah, and I skipped I technically skipped 5th grade because once I got here, I was put as a 6th grader.
Wow. Wow. You got to skip grades, man. I wish I
It's
could
just
say
so
that.
a situation like that. Like sometimes even though they're in the same year as you, like they might not be the same age as you. You know,
Yeah.
like they could be you're younger or you're older. It just depends on the whole moving situation and everything. Oh, and when too.
I assumed Dean was just like just born later in the year than the rest of us. That was it. I'm like, all right. I
I
never
think
really
if he
thought
was
more of it.
I think if he was born in America and you went to school here the whole time, I think he would have barely made the cut to be in your year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't
So
Yeah.
I assumed like, oh, he just made the cut. That's it.
Yeah,
Never thought too deeply.
yeah, but that whole like school, like international school thing kind of mixes up the process sometimes.
Yeah. 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 Just like how different countries do like school, like in different parts of the world, it's just like fascinating
Hmm.
to listen to. Like how people like describe like how, like even like how they call school, or just like how they integrate the grades and all that.
And what
Yeah,
classes you're
and
taking? Holy.
and the culture behind it differs too. Like with the with Japan and Korea, they view their schools as like a factory basically, where you go in and you go out. If you don't fit the mold, then you're not going to be very well off. And whereas with Finland, they are like more like the certain parts of Europe,
Yeah.
and especially the Nordic areas, they view school as more like work. So when you go to school there, you either pay like nothing to go to college, or they pay you to go to school. Like they'll literally pay you like a living wage to go to school, because like, yeah, this is work. So you know, of course you should be getting paid because you're working to move on to whatever else.
Is that for like grade school or is that mostly just university?
University for grade school, the way they structure is very different too. They also don't view it as like a factory where it's like, hey, you fit in the mold, and if you don't fit in the mold, you're fucked. But they do cater more to like what your individual interests are and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's
Mm.
right.
And it's to set you up for college. And when you do go to college, or they would call it university, um, uh, they pay you to go to school because they view it as like, hey, you've been through going through our education system your whole life. We've been trying to see how to best teach you, and then now that you're here, we're gonna pay you. If you want to since you want to keep going, we're gonna pay you to keep going to college and learning and work and stuff, because they view it as work and as like just standard training.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they view it very differently than different parts of the world, like especially not just here but also in Japan and Korea, wherever else.
Yeah, I know for certainty that in like Germany they do like schooling, or at least in high school.
Mhm.
Like normally here in the U.S. when you go to college or university, you have like a major or like an interest. In Germany, like if you know what your interest is, at least in high school, then you're able to like go into like elective classes or like take courses that are more suited for that interest. So like it's like taking a
Yeah,
major like in high school,
like
for
like you
example.
still take your general ed classes like math, English, history, because that shit's important. You need
Yeah.
those things, but they don't force you to take other shit. Like they don't just look at you and be like, hey, take an art class like we do here. Like they
Mhm.
forced us to take art or crafts or drama in our school. Like maybe I'm missing some other ones. And they're like, oh, but you also you need to learn a foreign language. Whereas there, it's the culture around the foreign language thing is a little different. But
English
I
is a
know
foreign language.
with some countries, like they just treat English as like, yeah, this is also kind of your also your native language. Like they still learn like the language that's in their country. Like
Yep.
in Sweden, for example, you still learn Swedish, but then English is just like, oh yeah, you learn this too. It's not seen as like, oh, this is a foreign language you have to learn. It's just like, yeah, it's just what we learn. It's a lot different there.
That's what
Yeah,
I think.
depending on the country in Europe, I think generally with like
Yeah, since it's so many countries, this it's not a universal standard.
yeah,
Yeah,
I think with
it
like
varies a lot.
I think with a lot of like Northern European countries, it's you learn English at a pretty young age, like first or second grade and all
Mhm.
that, and you just like grow up with it as you go through school. So a lot of Northern Europeans you'll notice have like very good English, and in a lot of cases probably even better English than most Americans, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah,
Whereas it's not so much the case in like Southern Europe. It's like not as emphasized with learning English.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So it just
I think
depends where in Europe.
I think the closer you are to Russia, the less likely you are to for your
Learn
country to
English.
use standards to be like, hey, learn English. I think that's probably how it goes. I don't know where that line would be because I'm not European and I don't know enough about all the countries that are there. But
I
yeah,
wouldn't say Russia because like Germany, Sweden, Finland, the Nordic countries are like
I mean they're
really close to
exceptions, I
Russia.
get. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
but they're kind of exceptions. That they have their own sort of culture going on. Whereas if like in the mainland of Europe, where you see like all the countries, like there, like the more east you go, the less likely they care about learning English.
Well, I think in like places like France, Portugal, and Spain, they don't put that much as much emphasis on learning English, and those are like a lot of the main European countries as well. Because I remember while in Paris, I remember seeing signs just while walking around, just like uh jobs needed, English translators needed. Like they're like, do you speak English? This job is for you. And I was like, ah, okay. So I'm pretty sure English is uh not as good in France as I originally thought, and I was under the illusion that it was pretty good just because like I was in
And you would
Paris.
think though, right? Because it's like France is like one of the tourist countries in Europe too. Like when you think about traveling to Europe, you're like, oh, I need to hit up
Definitely
France or
Italy.
Italy or Spain or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, you would think so, and it's definitely gotten better over the years, like with a bunch of countries. But like the whole history between like England and France, and just like, fuck you, your Frenchies, and the French is like, "Hey, fuck you, your English big dogs," and all that, you know. So, you know, I remember like listening to like a French comedian or like a he was English, but he lived in France, and even though he lived in France for a little bit when I was a kid before moving back to England. So he picked up the accent, so he sounds like proper French when he speaks French, but you know, he grew up most of his life in England and then moved back to France. So he's like, I make foreigner mistakes in speaking French, but I have a French accent. So when French people look at me, they think I'm a retard because I have the accent. I have like it all down pat, but I just make grammar mistakes that no native would ever make, you know? And yeah, he says whenever he like says like, "Oh yeah, I'm from this place in I forgot where in Great Britain he said he was from." But he said like he would like say it like, you know, with like his regular old accent. And then they would say like it's like, "What? Say can you say that again?" And then he would like say it again and again. He was like, "All right." He said like, "Fuck it," and they just said it in like a French accent, and they're like, "Oh, why didn't you say that before?" "I didn't understand because of your pretentious accent." And he was like, "Pretentious? This is just how I speak. This is just my accent, bro." So I think the French are like, sure. They prefer it if you like speak French, you know, while in France. Like, you know how like a lot of Americans are like, "Hey, you come to America? Speak English. Speak American, bro. Get out of here." So the French are kind of like the same thing. So
Yeah, I've heard a lot of stories from like foreigners, like you know, even just like British people, you know, or Australian people. They would come over, go to like Arizona or something, like, "Wait, bruv, can I get a burger?" And then the cashier's like, "Sorry, can you speak English?" They're like, "I just want a burger, like with mayo or whatever else." And they're like, "I'm sorry, I can't understand you." It's just I find those stories really funny because it's just like they're just speaking in the native tongue of the people there, but because of the accent, they're like, "Who this? What this?"
really, I've heard kind of the opposite. I've heard like, you know, like when people like from Australia, New Zealand, or like England like go over to America and they like, you know, order something, instead of just like usually the response I usually hear is that they get like, "Oh, are you from the UK? Can you say that
too,
again?"
but then like
Yeah.
I just there's also like parts of the country where if you would go there with a British accent or Australian accent, they would just not understand you at all for some
Gotcha.
strange reason. Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe just because they're not exposed to like
I don't doubt that exists. I
yeah.
personally have never heard those stories, but
Oh,
I'm
okay.
pretty sure they're true. It makes sense. I reckon they're true, especially like when you look into or listen to some videos where just like the type of words used, like
Yeah, yeah. Like I can get it if they're like, "Oh, bro, can I get a thong?" And then they're like, "Excuse me, sir. How dare you? This is a shoe store." You know, like I can
"Sir,
get
this is a
that, but
Wendy's."
yeah, but you know, but yeah, but typically if they're just asking like, "Hey, can I have a burger?" I mean, it just means they want a burger, but the accent can make it unintelligible for some people, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think we're just with like how YouTube and a lot of some YouTubers I follow, I'm just like I become more accustomed to like some of the slang or like words used in like the other English speaking countries that you don't normally hear in the U.S. So I'm like, whenever someone says like, uh, yeah, I'm trying to get some macas, and I'm like, "Oh, I know what that is. I know McDonald's in Australia." Yeah. So yeah, the internet, very very insightful place, to
Very.
learn some slang. My favorite one right now, which I have not used as much as I should, is like bell end from like the UK, which is, if you guys don't know, bell end literally just means like, dickhead as an insult. Because yeah, because
Uh,
bell end, it looks like a dick head, so it's it's a lot more subtle. A lot of insults I hear from our cousins across the pond is a lot more subtle well, not subtle over there because everyone else will understand what you're talking about. But over here, you do those same insults. Americans be like, what? And it's enough to get away with an insult to someone's face, and no one would get it, and it's great. I personally enjoy it.
Yeah. There's also some insults that we know, but we can't like pull it off to the same effect too. Like twat. We can't say it with an American accent because if we say twat, it just sounds like it doesn't have that impact, you know.
Duck.
Twat, twat, twat.
And it sounds like so aggressive for some
Yeah.
reason. It just sounds like it's the sharp T, I think. Yeah,
Yeah,
the sharp
and
T
then
at the ends. Yeah.
with cunt, like
Oh,
we say
that's
cunt,
it.
but then with them there's like cunt, cunt, cunt. Like they say a lot. They put the accent just leaves them to do it with more impact than us too. Cunts versus cunt.
Cunt.
You know?
Yeah, I think I don't know. I don't know if I got this correct, but it's like, especially in Australia, if you call your friend or your mate a cunt, it's just like, hey, we're buddies, we're good. But if someone were to like shove you or something, it's like, I know what's up, mate, and all that. That's like, mate is fighting words, but cunt is like, hey, we good, we good.
I think here cunt is like one of the harshest insults you can tell you can call somebody
Really?
because yeah I think
Yeah.
I think motherfucker is already like has some power behind it, but I think cunt's even stronger than that if you call someone that here. It probably varies from region to region of the United States, but like I think it's a lot more forbidden to say cunt.
Yeah, definitely a lot more forbidden to say cunt over
Yeah.
there.
Whereas in Australia they're just like, oh, my favorite cunt's here, and then they just yeah they just do it like they say any other word.
I remember hearing a story about an Australian guy, and he would say the word cunt all the time just because that's the culture, and his
Yeah.
mom would get really mad at him for saying it. He was like, "Oh, you shouldn't say that. That's a naughty word." But now, I think over the years he's like, "Yeah, now my mom says it a lot now too. She just says cunt as part of her like regular old vocabulary." So
It becomes part of the sentences.
yeah, it's just like same way the word fuck is here. It's just like, it's just part of your vocabulary. You don't even think about it. Until someone says like, hey, you shouldn't say those naughty words. And you're like, alright, yeah, it's a swear word. You what, mate? What's up,
Yeah.
bruv?
I remember like when I was young, I was just like so careful not to curse because it's just like anytime I did, you just someone yelled at me, and then I don't know,
I'm probably one of those people.
I just got to an age and I was just like, I want freedom, and then I just said fuck as much as I want. I did it a lot in high school, but I think I do it less now, but I don't know because it just comes out so like
novelty wore off.
it just comes off so casually now, like, or without me, like I don't even think about saying fuck when I say it, like
Yeah.
so if I do it less or more, I don't know. I genuinely don't know if I say it more or less than I used to. With high school, people would comment like saying like, hey, you say that too much, and I was just like, oh shit, but now I don't know. Or, like, do I say it too much? Do I say it too little? Like I just say it without thinking, like I would any other sentence or word.
Sure
I mean,
do it
fuck.
less.
You do it less?
I'm pretty sure I do it less.
Less than you used to, or less than me?
Less than I used to. Because
Yeah, I think I do it less than I used to. Maybe because I just
remember getting,
replace it with other words. I don't know.
Master Chief would like he wouldn't yell at me, but he would give me warnings to like not cuss, because every sentence I had was like there was a swear word in between, and then I guess like Master would come out and he would be like, hey, knock it off.
Yeah, I know for certain. I definitely swear more now than I did back in high school. 100% sure. Because I never swore
Are
in
you
high school.
sure? I remember you
I'm
saying
positive.
frick all the time wasn't cursing.
What?
Frick. You saying frick
Frick?
all the time wasn't
Frick?
cursing.
No, frick is not a curse word, bro. It's
not.
like,
Yeah.
it's like
I
a filler. It's like a filler word for if you want to swear but you can't swear, so you just say frick
Yeah,
instead.
there's this one semester where I was like, I'm not gonna swear. I'm gonna say fudge. I forgot what I said for. I think I just said poop for shit. And I was just like, oh, all right,
Oh.
cool.
Oh, Dean is blue. He's in the ocean now.
Yeah.
You legit, you look like you're in the ocean. You're like an aquarium, bro.
Dude, I like
It looks like
my
that
empty
stock picture
background.
with the water and like the fish and orange fish in the background and shit.
Ooh. I remember I had like a little ASMR thing that I would listen to, like legit like ocean noises. That that pretentious thing that the hoity-toity
I'll
crowd
be
would listen to.
underwater.
Underwater noises, like whale noises, like that sounds so dumb. And then I listened to it for real, so I'm like, I can lie, it's kind of calming. I would like listen to it sometimes when I would try to sleep.
Have a
Hmm.
sleep aid. Just hear the
Yep.
noises.
Especially on those nights where I have a hard time sleeping, like I kind of do right now. I think just because like going back from the 2 weeks of like me not having to wake up early anymore to like, all right, time to get back into the groove. And now when I try to go to bed at like 11 p.m., it's like, fuck, my body don't want to. I don't know, bust out the melatonin and the ocean noises.
Yeah, I
The
can't do
maybe I
melatonin though.
can't.
Are those RGB lights, Dean?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
they're the Huey lights.
Oh, like from Philips, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you wouldn't install those.
Huh?
I thought you said you weren't gonna install those.
I did. I was like, fuck it.
Ah, damn. I would get that if I had my own. Like if I had my computer in my room too.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah, pretty lights.
That's nice because now the lights are on and I can see stuff. It's like a fucking flashbang. It's like we're just like at night you're looking for something and you're just like, fuck, I can't find it. I gotta turn on the lights and it's just like fucking the flashbang in front of your eyes. You're just like, my eyes, no, my eyes. Yeah, now I just like,
I just bust out my phone light whenever I'm in the dark to get something.
Yeah, same here. Sometimes though, like yeah, without it, I just don't see know where I'm going, even though I know the layout of my house, because I step on something.
My floors are pretty clean, so I never have to worry about that.
Oh, well, also since I have the cats now, like sometimes
All
I
right,
have
right,
stepped on
right.
them like a couple of times just because
oh,
I
that's
don't have the lights.
that's
I feel always feel bad.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's the shittiest feeling. You step on your pet's foot. You're just like, oh, I didn't mean it, and they just look
And
at you
you
like,
try to like make them know it was an accident, but like you don't know if they know.
yeah.
You hope they know.
Do do cats have like a different reaction from getting stepped on than dogs do?
Um, when I step on my cats, they start whimpering and they start running away from me. And whenever I go to them, they don't like making eye contact with me.
How long did that last for?
Uh, I don't know until they feel like they want to get pets again.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Same thing with Cloud.
Something with Cloud?
Yeah.
Because I don't have any pets. I don't intend to get any pets because I don't care for pets. But I hear like where I've seen like comics or like bits wherever people make jokes about accidentally stepping on their dog's paw, and like they make it sound like the dog like forgets about it like almost immediately about getting stepped on. And it's just the owner's just like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. How could you ever forgive me?" And the dog's like, "I don't even remember. I don't even know what you're freaking about now." And all that. So I was under the impression that dogs just like get over it like really quick.
Uh, it takes like a couple minutes.
Couple minutes. Okay.
Yeah, same from what I've seen. Like they like to hide too. Like if I step on them, they like to hide so I can't get to them or see them as well.
Mm, got you.
But yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Cloud likes
But
to
also,
sleep.
but also, cats are dumb too. Like they would literally like this happened with Cloud too when I was at your house a couple times where I'll be walking and they would literally run like to right in front of my feet where I would like
Yeah,
accidentally
I
step on
know.
them. I'm just like, what are you doing? What you think was gonna happen? You saw me walking, but they're dumb.
They want that insurance money.
Yeah. The
Cloud
funny
thinks
thing
it's
about
funny.
animals is that they like unlike us, they have only two settings. Like one is I'm chilling. This is my place. This is my zone. I'm chilling. The other mood is I'm about to die. I'm about to fucking die. I'm about to fucking die. And that's when they freak out and do random shit.
I mean, if like a cat's like running like forward, are they able to like change directions like pretty easily? Because I know like they can only go like
I
forward and
think
backwards.
I think cats are a lot more. They're a lot more
Mobile.
mobile than dogs. I think because
Yeah, they're
with
very
cats
agile.
they have very like mobile shoulders and everything, so they can easily like yeah. maneuver
Can I,
themselves.
can
Whereas
they
with
like
dogs,
go?
I think they're as like mobile with like their joints and everything.
Can they go like side to side, like similar to like humans do, or
Like walking side by side.
kind of,
Or
yeah, or
I
even
mean,
if they're like moving.
well, the thing about cats, I think doesn't happen in dogs. Like cats are very like they're like liquid. Like they will fill whatever they want to fill, and then there's their head. Like that's kind of what they do. Like because they will fit into like um they have fit into boxes. They'll have fit into like a crease and like the blankets and everything.
Mm,
They're liquid basically.
got you,
Yeah.
got you.
Yeah, Cloud's. I share a bed with Cloud, and it's not fun.
Oh, they like sleeping with me, and it's not fun when I'm trying to sleep because I'm trying to like lay down comfortably, but they're like trying to fucking, you know,
They're trying to take up your space, and you're just like,
yeah.
we
Like
sharing this space.
I tried sleeping in like a fetal
It's
position
our
because
bed, comrade.
I tried to sleep in a fetal position, but they're like they're sleeping in the middle of my bed, so I can't like lay down anywhere comfortably. So
Cloud,
that's
As long
that is one annoying part.
Cloud likes to stretch his whole body on the bed, and I'm just like, yo, 50-50, my guy. Like, he's like, yes, I chose diagonally. Shit, god damn it.
I mean, at least your bed's bigger now, though. Like,
Yeah,
I imagine it was even worse on the twin.
The twin bed? Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's one bed. Yeah.
every time they would see me, and I would be like pushed on the wall side of the bed, and then Kyle has like this big. He had 90% of the bed space on that one. I was just
Sounds about right. Sounds like the usual stories I hear about pets. Like, what size bed do you have like now?
a full,
A full?
Yeah, I also have a full, and yeah,
so much better.
it is a lot better.
Yeah, I reckon. I think mine's like a queen size, I think.
Fuck you, Paul.
I was thinking of a queen size, but then I was like, yeah, that's a bit big.
It is a bit big.
Queen size
but-
is like if you're sleeping with like a girlfriend or something, because you can justify getting it then. But with the full size, it is enough for just one person.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
It's
But
not
I ain't complaining. Well, the only thing I complain about my bed is that I think at first it was nice, but I think as I'm getting older, or maybe just I'm working out more, it's just that I want like a more firm and harder surface to like lie my back on. And legit, every time I look at my floor, I'm like, it looks pretty comfy. The floor looks.
like a firm mattress.
Yeah, I could, but
And that's why you want the what is it? What is it
futon.
called? The futon. Yeah.
That's why I want a futon. Yeah, once I like move out and get my own place, I think.
Just put
I'm
the
definitely-
futon on top of your mattress.
No, I'm thinking like, because as nice the floor would be, it doesn't look that great, to be honest. So I'm thinking of just getting like, is that like those bed things where it's just like legit just made out of wood and it's like just a flat hard surface and you just put the futon on top,
Also, like
the bed frame.
So like a
Yeah.
platform. Bed
Yeah, platform. There you go. Yeah, I want that kind of thing and just like put the futon on top. So at least it looks like presentable, but I still get the benefit of just like a hard and firm surface to like lie down on.
Yeah.
So that's my plan. It's going to be like low, but that's legit the one thing I'm like super looking forward to whenever I move out.
I wanted a small or like a lower bed frame. I wouldn't say smaller.
Yeah.
Oh, it's closer to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
But didn't have any. This is the one they got. So yeah. That's
That looks
I guess
good.
maybe Tuesday.
I mean, probably just need it. I don't know how hard you look for it though, but yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really, I didn't really look too hard. I was just like, all right, bed
Yeah.
where?
Yeah.
Good storage.
Yeah, I know. If there was like, because once I get my own place, or whenever I do have my own place, I'm definitely not gonna be like one of those people like, oh man, I need like the top of line stuff. But one of the few things I would spend money for and make sure I get good quality stuff is like one, a bidet, and two, a good bed, a really good bed.
Yeah.
That's 100% necessary.
Pet test says I want a burger too. I think I remember first when we were talking about when we're talking about the British thing.
Yeah, burger.
Yeah, so Betsy says hi. Hi, Betsy. I'm not sure if you remember me and Paul, but you definitely remember Dean.
Or not.
Or not.
He's definitely.
The last couple years meant nothing. Yeah. Of course I do. LOL. Oh, hey, that's cool. What's up, man?
Burgers. I don't remember talking about burgers.
No, it was when, I was talking about how the British people like, and they would come over here. They would order something. With the accent, and they can't understand the accent. Yeah, that was.
I was like thinking, like, you know, like learning English. I was like, the French and like the British like burgers. I don't remember.
I think the accent was like, "Oh, can I have a burger, please?" And then yeah.
I remember in the Pink Panther movie. Thing is, I forgot what the actor's name was. I want to say Steve Martin.
I might be wrong. I believe it is Steve Martin.
Yeah, Steve Martin. I just remember like in that movie, it was like came to America. It was like went to McDonald's. It was like, ugh, what is this? This looks terrible. This looks disgusting. Takes a bite of like, holy shit, this is amazing, and just tries to like sneak a bunch of burgers back to France through TSA.
There's one scene where he was trying to order, and then they just couldn't understand him.
They couldn't understand his accent. He was like,
yeah, I was just,
I want burger.
Damn.
Cheese
Wasn't
burger.
Wasn't that one of the early memes?
I think so. And back then, when I watched that movie, I definitely didn't know what a French accent was because I never heard a French accent before. So I probably need to rewatch that movie and just like see like, how does my French hold up now? How does it hold up? Probably not that well. Not that well.
We go to like a burger place and then that's how you order. Paul, you've been watching that movie too much.
Je veux un hamburger.
S'il vous plaît, un burger, s'il vous plaît.
Yes. People are gonna look at me weird like I have like a dick growing on my forehead. You're like, who is this guy? The fuck? Yeah. Yeah, here, dude.
Oh yeah,
I did get my order wrong.
I was talking to some friends of mine, and then like they're kind of split on this, but we're talking about like if you were to like have a clone, you know, who has the exact same DNA as you, the exact same mental processes and memories and all that stuff as you, and then you fuck it, right? Like you fuck the clone. Then would you guys consider it to be masturbation, or do you consider it to be gay sex?
I think it's both.
No,
I think it's.
I think probably just like gay self-cessed. I don't know if I would count it as masturbation.
Dean?
Now you got me.
It's there. It's like it's gay, but like it's technically it's you.
Masturbation definition: stimulation of the genitals with the hand for sexual pleasure.
I mean, not necessarily the hand, right?
That doesn't.
Where'd you find this definition?
Google. The dictionary. I just typed in masturbation definition. Stimulation. That's a very bad definition, I feel, because it doesn't say like whose genitals. It could be anyone's genitals. It's like if you're like fingering a girl. I guess technically that's masturbation. So I don't know if that's a good. All right.
Are the answer gay sex or masturbation?
All right, Merriam-Webster.
It's there like gay sex, but at the same time, it's masturbation.
Oh, I think we all have different answers because I think it's far more gay sex than masturbation.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely gay sex. I don't count it as masturbation.
Yeah,
it's like if you think about it, it's like a dude on dude, even though it's yourself.
Yeah, it's definitely if it's like me having sex with a clone of me, it's definitely gay sex.
Because it's like if you bust a nut, it's not like he feels the sensation that you feel when you bust a nut. You know?
Yeah.
Like when he busts a nut.
I mean, one may argue they probably do. You probably do feel the sensation of the nut.
like your minds aren't linked in the nut busting. You know?
What if they bust?
There's two entities of nuts.
That is true.
But like, even if you guys nut at the same time, like I think his orgasm would feel different than ours because
it would depend how far along.
He's taking it up the ass, and then you're the one pounding on top.
I think he would feel it better because the prostate glands were like.
Yeah, so it's not even even if you guys nut at the exact same time, it's not like it's an equal nut either.
Yeah, it would also depend how far along on the sex. Like how big is the nut? Like, did you like go for a quickie, or did you like savor that?
Well, I think my main concern is that I hope I'm the one who wins out on being on the top, because like fuck, that's you. That person also wants to be on top, so it's like you gotta win that rock paper scissors or however you guys decided, you know.
You guys compromise and just all go sideways.
That's what you and your club would do, okay? Fuck off.
Me and my club are very diplomatic. We're like, look, we both want to be on top.
Sideways, yeah.
You guys both have that memory too, so you're like, hey, repeat. You guys just,
repeat.
like, yeah.
Like, I'm doing this for a test, okay?
That's so.
It is what it is. It's in the name of science, all right. I mean, I don't think any of us would have like sex with our clones on another premise. Cause I don't think any of us are gay, so I don't think that would happen.
But if we were to have sex with our clones, though, it would be gay sex. Like even if we're not into it,
it 100% would be gay sex. But I'm just saying, like, also in the name of science is probably like would at least be my justification. Like, all right, I'm curious, what happens if you have sex with yourself?
Self-cessed.
Self-cessed.
Yeah,
that's
it's like saying like I think people would say masturbation doesn't understand that like it's not you. Like imagine if you fucked like a female clone of you, like, that wouldn't be masturbation anymore because it's it's sex, but it's just the other you is a different gender. But then with the with if it's the same gender as you, then it's still sex. It's just gay instead. Like it's just the way you have sex might be different, but it's still sex. Yeah.
I'd still bang a female me. I'd still do it with no hesitation. If we both agree to do it, I'm like, hell yeah, let's do it.
Sideways.
Sideways, forwards and backwards, it don't matter. I'll do it. I'd do it. I'm a freak. But
curiosity kills the cat.
Nah. Not that instance. I
wonder how many fantasies we gave out of like people. Like we just installed like a self-cessed kink for some people, dude. Like they're like listening, like fuck. I do kind of want to fuck a clone of myself now, and they search up porn of that shit. They exist,
Whether it's the opposite gender of me or the same.
Yeah, they're like shit. That shit sounds kind of hot. And
if it's like opposite gender, I could get it. I've definitely seen like hentai tags like self-cessed before. And that's why it's like one of the few times like I can't do. It's too weird for me.
You said you fuck your own.
No. I do it in the name of science. Like my male clone, I do it just like I don't want to do it. But I like if in a hypothetical situation it does happen. Like all right, it's happening. All right,
yeah,
I can't.
Curiosity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but with the female one, I'm like all right, I'm down. But when I see like hentai tags of it says like self-cessed, even if it's like two clones. Exact clones of like hot female girls, hentai girls. It's just like that's too weird for me. I like clothes immediately. I can't read this. This is weird. It's just the idea is just like there's a mental block, But if it's like gender bend sex, I'm like, all right, I can get behind that for some reason.
So you wouldn't fuck clone of you, but you would fuck female clone of you.
Yes.
Like, even if it's, like, not forced, it's just like, hey, I kind of want to fuck you, like...
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Yeah, the male clone, you would have to force me to do it. The female, I do that my own volition. if she asks me, like, hey, you want to fuck? I'm like, hell yeah.
It's going to come up because it's you. It's like...
It's you. It's me.
I mean, maybe not, because, like, if it was a girl, like, let's say it's, like, from a different universe, like, a different... timeline or some shit where you were born a girl. It could be she might be different because the whole like being raised as a girl thing, versus being raised as a boy.
Maybe, but I think
she might be less horny for all you know.
Maybe, but I still think I don't know. Maybe she probably maybe more horny just because like I know if it's like my family, it's just like hey, sex is bad. Girls don't do it. But if it's like a guy, it's like it's not as like stringent. So she may be more pent up and more horny. And my mom was definitely
horny
like,
enough to
very
fuck
strict.
to fuck the male version of her though. Do you think?
Yeah, I think so. It's me, bro.
I've been wanting to fuck someone for so long. My mom myself.
Female me definitely thought about it.
It's you, me, we're the same. I swear.
I'm gonna ride the fuck out of my own dick.
Oh yeah.
Is that me with a penis?
Yeah, because then I know definitely in the back of my head it's gonna be like, if it didn't happen, I'm gonna be like bothered, like, what if? What would have happened?
What if honest, I don't know if I can perform if it's like on the front of my mind, like, hey, this is me, you know, like, how can I perform if that's all I can think about, you know, like, I don't know, maybe I'm just not as hard of a coomer, but I can't, like, I don't think I can mentally get myself to do it.
I think other me would understand if there are complications, because yeah,
we're degenerates.
Yeah, we are degenerates.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm a degenerate and I'm proud.
Yes, sir.
Damn. Hey, if you guys consider yourself a coomer, but you guys won't fuck the gender bent version of yourself, then you're not a real coomer.
Mm-hmm.
Turn in your coomer card.
Yeah, you're a fake.
I wonder if my answer would be any different if I were gay. Like, legit, would I be like, yeah, I'd be down to like fuck the male clone version of me if I were gay, but I don't know. But then again, normally I think like lesbian hentai or just lesbian porn is like hot, but if it's like self-cessed, that's maybe a bridge too far.
Female self would fuck another clone of a female self.
Maybe, who knows?
Yeah,
like she'd probably be like more down. Who knows? Maybe
do it without even being gay. She'd fuck her like her female clone of herself. Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing though, females are fucking hot, so it's I wouldn't blame her. I get it.
Hey, let me join in. It's like a threesome of you.
I don't know if it's me being like straight or when I look at a guy, I'm like, or like when girls like, man, I really want to like. I love giving blowjobs. I love sucking dick. I'm like, do you know? Do you? I look at a picture of a dick.
I volunteer at Street View, please.
I look at a picture of a dick. I'm like, that looks kind of gross. I don't know. That looks weird.
Yeah, I think that's how I know I'm not gay in any sort of way, because I just don't see dick as sexually appealing at all. Like, I think dicks are ugly as shit.
It looks weird, but I don't know. I'm going to contradict myself, but for some reason when I see like futa porn or like dicks on the girls, I'm like, that's hot. But if it's a dick on a guy, I'm like, nah, that's weird, bro. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. There's no logic behind it.
It's the guy. You just don't care for the rest of the guy.
Yeah, I just don't care for it. Yeah. Sometimes I do this test with myself, like when I'm like,
am I gay?
when I go on like porn sites and I see like a tag it's like this is like male porn or this is female porn, I do like this test, like, all right, am I really as straight as I think I am? And I go into the male porn section. I just look at there like, yeah, I don't think I'm gay. This is too weird for me. I leave. I go back to the female, like, yes, this is hot. Yeah. So
yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of preference, right? If you like the female form more, then it's just what you can be into. Like with trans women, like they can be like, you know, like the bulky watermelon types, you know, or they can be like the skinny.
I thought you were female all along, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Like they can go both ways, you know. Like it's okay for you to be attracted to one, not the other. Some people like the more bulky, you know, square jawed look versus the, you know, like the slender. Yeah, slender look. Yeah, and you know, guys tend to have the former more. So, you know, that's why we see a dick on a guy that's more of the former. You're like, I pass, I sleep, and you see a girl with tits and a dick. You're like, I woke, you know?
Woketh.
I woke it.
I don't know. I've seen like buff futas in hentai, and I'm like, that's still kind of hot to me.
No, but like the body structure is like a little different than there. You know, like with the men, it's more because men have they don't have boobs. They have
the boobs are the only like factor that matters. It seems,
and men have generally have more broader shoulders as well, and the hip structure is also different, so the ass isn't the same. Like with a guy ass, it's generally more. It's not it's not like an hourglass figure. It's more. Yeah. It all depends on how fit they are.
Yeah.
There's sometimes there's like some pancake ass men, but yeah.
There's like some guys have like really fine asses, and then you're like realize it's a guy. You're like, fuck.
Some guys have wide hips. I think I have wide hips because Master Chief said like, "Hey, your butt too big" one time to me.
Really?
Yeah, we were on a bus. So we were on a bus on the way to somewhere. I forget it was a different city or within the same city, but we were on a bus, and then I had to sit next to somebody, and then I couldn't my ass didn't cover the whole seat, so I was like on the edge of the seat, and he was like, "You scoot in?" I'm like, "Yes, Master Chief," and he says, "Oh, never mind, your butt just too big."
Okay, I was wondering what the context was. Like, what the fuck, Master Chief?
Yeah. No, he wasn't sexually harassing me. Okay,
Nah.
like I don't think that's what happened there. But
yeah.
But yeah. So I think I have wider hips than I guess most guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think I got like a pancake butt. Unfortunately, I think just because I don't do enough squats, primarily.
I haven't worked out in a while.
Yeah.
If I were to do squats like all the time, like then people will think I have a girl's ass, bro. Like because of how popping that shit would be.
Oh, definitely.
So I keep it flat for you guys, okay? I'm trying to save some for the rest of us,
Yeah, I just personally don't like doing squats. Like, one, I find it boring, and two, once I actually get the burn with it, it's like painful to like keep going. Like with other stuff, is like easier for me. With squats, I'm like, no, I want to stop. I don't want to do this no more. My legs hurt.
Feels good though.
Maybe to you, not for me. It feels terrible. I hate it.
I think squats are okay. It just it depends on what you're doing with it, though.
Yeah.
I just bother when we do weighted squats. It just bothers like this part of my neck, and I'm just like,
Oh yeah.
You're talking about like with the bar and everything. That's uncomfortable. But if you're just doing like basic squats or wall squats, then that's bad.
I hate wall squats. That shit's terrible.
When I first started doing like weighted squats, like I would put the bar like really high up, like legit like on a terrible spot on my neck. So like the bar would just like dig in and just like feel terrible. But
I think that's the only thing I don't like about doing squats.
Yeah, I think you just had to like lower the bar a little bit, so it's like more on like the meaty part of like your back and like between your back and your shoulder, and then that's where like okay, now this feels right. I'm actually doing it properly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was a time me and Bete were able to do pistol squats. That's when we
pistol
were
squats.
like, when you do the one-legged squat.
Oh, those.
I hate those.
I hate those.
That was fun to learn.
Yeah, they look fun, but I still hate those. It sounds like they burn a lot to do.
Yeah,
it sounds pretty painful.
Trying to lift up one leg.
Yeah, my balance and my flexibility are like god awful. Yeah, so whenever it comes to stuff like that, like I have a hard time doing. Because I'm so busy just trying to hold my balance at the same time that I can't even do the exercise properly.
My flexibility is okay, but my balance is shit. As you guys have seen at that park that we went to. My balance is not very good.
Oh, right. I forgot about that. No, my mind immediately went to like when we were in Japan and we went to that last house and you like fell down the stairs.
Oh, that was just me. I think I just like over.
You missed the
step? I took too large of a step, I think. So like I just fell off.
I just remember on that trip, like you kept falling down a lot, like almost like every day. I was like, Jim. Like, Jim, what's happening, bro?
I only fell at that house once.
I felt as though, like, during the extent of the trip, like, you were, like, getting into, like, a lot of accidents on.
Yeah, but I wasn't
falling. It was just being clumsy.
Yeah, just being clumsy. I remember that happened a
I
lot.
didn't. I mean, I had a lot of things go wrong, but I didn't fall a lot. If anyone fell, it was you. Like,
Yeah, the one that fell hard was you.
yeah,
I definitely fell the hardest, but I think it was like the only time though, and it was like
yeah.
rainy
I only
and
fell
wet.
once in the last house we were at.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only time I remember you falling. But I remember you had like a lot of clumsy incidents during the trip.
Yeah, I think I left my phone in like the start one time, but I don't know.
The tea
It
was
was
that
more like it was
Jeffrey?
more at the beginning, I think, of the trip.
Was that
Yeah,
Jeffrey with the tea spill?
Oh yeah, then
I don't, I don't remember anything about a tea spill.
We were at
no, I spelled tea the first time
at the
we ate sushi.
when we ate sushi at the sushi go round.
Oh, I
Yeah.
forgot about that at the Hamazushi.
Yeah, Hamazushi.
Yeah. Oh, now I remember. I totally forgot
Yeah,
about
I'm like my mouth's watering from Hamazushi. Damn it.
that.
Yeah, I've been wanting sushi again because I've like for me with sushi, it's like I gotta have it periodically. Like I'll have it once for like a couple months, but at some point I'm gonna want it again, and yeah, it's just one of the foods for me.
I actually went
But
and got myself sushi yesterday
fuck you!
after helping my dad.
Sadly, I don't know what's wrong with the sushi place in this town, but it's like it's
Is it not
closed.
good?
They
Oh.
say
Is this
they
closed?
say it's open, but when we got to the restaurant, it was closed. So we're like, they're supposed to open at this hour, but they're closed.
Yeah,
Like, it's-
sushi's just one of those foods I don't feel comfortable being like, hey, let's order it. Wait for the order and then drive all the way to your house to eat it because it's just
Yeah, no, definitely not.
it's just not one of those foods.
Well, I mean, Dean's house is like relatively close to that area. It's like not too bad of a drive.
No, I mean like a sushi from like where we are. Like, and then drive
okay.
over to where he is.
An hour away, just like
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't
In
know.
a car?
I don't think sushi can deal with that. Like with like the chicken sandwich thing we were talking about, it could happen even if it's not as good. Like once we're there,
Yeah.
but yeah, sushi definitely not because it's literally fresh fish. You gotta have it like right away.
If it's like refrigerated, you could like probably hold
I
it.
mean,
for
how,
an
how,
hour.
how would we refrigerate those? It just sounds like we have to do a lot more to compensate.
What we could probably do if we really wanted it that bad and wanted to eat at Dean's place, probably get like a uh an ice box and just like fill it with ice and just like put the sushi in there.
Really, that's going
Yeah.
so extra though, just to bring
Yeah,
sushi to
it's a
Dean.
lot. It's a lot.
I mean, you got
If Dean wants
it-
sushi,
that-
I'm
that's
cool
what it
with it.
takes.
But
That's what it takes. Like an ice box could like keep it cool
Or
and like keep it fresh.
as long as we already have the ice box and then we just buy the ice and then the sushi, then I'm cool with it. It's just that
Yeah,
you
I
know,
mean,
if Dean wants sushi that bad, then we could do that.
yeah, I know. I got an ice box at my place. I could like bring over. It's not super big, but it's enough.
I wouldn't go that
Okay.
far. I think if I wanted sushi that bad, I'd probably just order like a poke bowl and just have nothing on it besides rice
just,
and fish.
just pretend
Rice
Yeah.
and fish.
this isn't poke. It's a sushi bowl.
It's a sushi cube. Yummy.
Yeah, that's probably like the closest thing you could get.
Yeah.
So
That's
sushi
not-
place by your place is always closed or something? You said?
Yeah, for some reason.
Uh,
I don't know if you have to
Bastards.
order online. I know the one by the downtown here is open. And I haven't
Here.
tried that one. I really want to try the one that's closer. By the what's it called? But I forgot what it's called. But yeah, but it's closer here than the one downtown.
mm.
Oh, by the way, speaking of downtown, I tried the pho place. Not too bad. Not too bad.
Oh yeah, I was about to ask about that. Have you tried the pho place?
I did.
I was like compared to like the pho places around where you lived before, because that was like I think that was like one of the best spots in town if you want pho, because there's like a pho place like every few yeah.
That's
before.
the only place that I knew of down there.
They don't have a lot of the pho menu like how where you guys are at,
Mhm.
but their pho menu includes the meatballs here. So I was like,
Okay.
"Ooh, yes."
Ah,
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah. Like with like a lot with soups in general. There's
Yeah.
one of the meals you have to have fresh, not like brought from a place or whatever.
Yeah, no. I can't stand the idea of like getting like the to go cups with the soup and just bringing it home.
Yeah,
Unless I'm
It
really
just doesn't
sick.
feel right.
Unless I'm really
What?
sick, I'll order the one in the cup. I'm like, please, I'm dying. I need.
I mean, if you want, if it's the only way you can get pho, then yeah.
If that's like the only recourse you can do, then fine. But personally, for me, I'm like,
it's not like you
no,
can be
I'd
like
rather
dying sick and freezing, and then you're like, well, I guess I'll eat at the store. You know, you got to bring it home because it's warmer there or whatever.
Nah, I think for me, if I'm
depends
gonna
on the
have
situation.
if I'm gonna have sad soup at home, I might as well just get like chicken noodle soup in a can and just heat it up at home.
No, that shit don't replace pho though.
It don't replace pho, but I just can't bring myself to like go over order and just like pour it all together at home. Like nah.
No, that's still better than chicken noodle soup. Get out of here. Get out of here.
It's definitely better, but it's like
no, you will put extra effort to get the pho because it's better.
No,
in every conceivable way. You will put in the extra work. Yes, you will.
I actually did get pho. I think last week.
Settle. Always strive for greatness.
I actually did get pho last week when I was like still like pretty badly sick. And just like, fuck it, I'm getting pho. See if this like cures the cancer in my body. It did not, unfortunately. But so I got good soup though. Yeah. So
that's because you only eat it once. So you eat it more.
Yeah, yeah. But I know I didn't want to spend the money every time just like getting pho each meal.
It's like 13.
Yeah, I've had pho a lot.
Yeah, about.
I've had pho a lot throughout the summer, which was nice because I like pho, but you know, once I have too many meals in a row, I'm like, okay, you know, it's whatever. But when it's getting cold, like eating pho, it's gonna feel great no matter how much I eat it.
Dude, send me like a cup.
It's just like cold weather food for me. It's just
it's definitely cold weather food. Yeah.
Send me a homemade pho in a cup, please.
I got you. We eat chicken pho more than beef pho. So the only time I eat beef pho is when I'm at the restaurant. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't think I've had chicken pho before.
I've had chicken.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a lot more. It's something. If you were to eat pho, it's the one you want to eat, like at home, not the beef one all the time, because chicken's a lot more healthy and it's a lot more.
Yeah, I agree.
Doesn't come with the extra stuff that the beef pho does. So it's lighter too. It's really nice.
Yeah. I'm not.
An hour 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, an hour 7.
Yeah. And we can end it soon if we want.
Yeah.
All right. How are you guys feeling? We can end it here if you guys want.
Yeah, we can end it.
Absolutely. Okay.
All right. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, and you guys are live, check out the other episodes 1 through 58. Holy shit, 58.
58.
This is 59. Yeah, wow.
Mm.
Already up on YouTube, and this one's coming up on there soon. And if you are watching us on YouTube and want to catch us live, we are live every Wednesday. Well, we'll try to be live every Wednesday, 6:30 PDT until daylight savings, which is coming in 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be PST, I think. Then, right?
Yeah,
I believe so.
PST November. Yeah, around November.
Yeah. So you guys know what that means. I'm gonna bitch about the time zones again. So that's the whole thing that's going on with that. Thank you guys for commenting, even if it's just like a couple comments. We like seeing you guys comment on stuff we're saying, or kind of joining in on the conversation in your own way. That's cool. Bad10, nice to see you here. Hope to see more of you soon. If not, it's all good. And yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, drop a comment as well. That's always cool. And yeah, hope you guys have one more time. And yeah,
make sure you fuck your opposite gender self.
Let us know. Would you consider gay sex or masturbation, or would you fuck your clone, female or male?
Female or male.
Or non-binary,
or
whatever else.
Assuming the gender of your clone. My bad.
Whoever you're fucking, whatever they identify as, would you do it?
Yeah, would you do it?
Would you do it?
Alrighty. Peace out.
Later.